Alright guys, I guess I'm live now. It shows that I'm live. So welcome to or welcome back to Dave's Tech Way, whichever way the situation may be. As the title suggests, we're going to be taking a look at the new Intel processor, which is the 9900K. And we're going to be taking a look at the new 1660 Super and see where it falls in the line. I'm sorry about this. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. YouTube ain't wanting to play very nice with my encoder through OBS. I'm going to have to go back and do some patching up to this one, I guess. But anyways, I'm glad y'all could join me today. And just to let y'all know, I am going to be enjoying me a cold beer here while we're doing this live stream. There may be a cuss word or two that shows up, but I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum. So just to let you guys know that that's what's going on today. And with this OBS thing going on and the YouTube thing going on, I'm a little frustrated. But anyways, we're going to see what we can do here today. I'm going to try not to make this too bad on you. After watching last week's video, or the live stream that I did last week, you know, there wasn't much of a, it wasn't very organized. So today I'm going to go over some news that's been released in the last week, and then we'll get into the Q&A part of it at the end of it. So let's get into it. And of course, in the description, by the time this goes as a video, as of right now, there ain't no links in the description because of technical difficulties. But there will be links down there for everything I'm going to show you today. As far as the ports go, there'll be links below. There'll also be articles that I'm going to be looking at. They'll be also linked below. So yeah, let's get into it and see what's new on the block for this week. First thing I'd like to talk about this week is the 9900KS. Now this thing's supposed to be the fastest gaming processor on the market. It's supposed to be taking the place of the 9900K, which the S just stands for special, which is a limited edition, just like the 8086 series was last generation. The only thing that's special about this one is it goes up to 5 gigahertz on all cores out of the box, instead of the 4.7 like the 9900K. As you can see right here on Amazon, the 9900KS is going for almost $600. It's $598.99. I looked this up on Newegg, but they're sold out of them, so I'm using Amazon for this example. So you got that, and then up here you got the 9900K. Where's the 9900K? Right there it is. 9900K going for $471.99. That's almost a $128 difference between the two. The 9900K boosts up to 4.7 on all cores by itself. The KS boosts up to 5.0 on all cores by itself. If you tinker around with overclocking, you can get the 9900K up to the 5 gigahertz, just like the 9900KS does. And for $128 difference, I don't think there's much of a difference between the two. It's supposed to be a bend processor, for the 9900K as far as silicon goes. But as Intel's came out with, and some of the other guys that's actually got these in hand, you need a BIOS update to be able to run the 9900KS over top of the 9900K. With that price tag and needing to update the BIOS, I wouldn't be replacing the 9900K with the 9900KS. It does faster. You know, you can look it up on other channels that actually got this. That's got the 9900KS. And, you know, it does give you a little bit of a boost in performance as far as gaming goes, but I don't really think it qualifies for the $125, $150 price difference, whatever that is. What is that, $128, I think it is. $600 minus one, yeah, about $129 difference there. I don't think it's, to go up by 300 megahertz on the core speed out of the box, which most 9900Ks can get up to 5.0 gigahertz. So I don't see what the big sell is, or why Intel believes that they can sell them KS versions for so much more. Like I said, it does show a little bit better performance than the 9900K, but I don't believe it's worth the money. So that's my take on the 9900KS. It's still the same processor, but you do need a BIOS update to run it. Compared to the 9900K, I don't believe it's worth the price difference. Next on my hit list for today, and this one is confusing me, and I know why they're doing it. They're doing it to be able to go against or to stand toe-to-toe with the new RX cards that's coming out, which we'll touch on them too here in a few minutes. But this next one is the GTX 1660 Super. This here's the gigabyte right here I'm looking at. It's a super overclocked already, coming in at 239. And you're looking at GTX 1660 XC from AVGA coming in at 229. These cards is a little bit overclocked. They're running off of GDDR6 memory instead of 5, with a little bit more frequency to the memory. And unlike the 2060 Supers and the 2070 Supers, which replaced the 2060 and 2070, these ain't going to be replacing them. This is just going to be another entry-level card for you, just enough to confuse you, especially if you're a first-time builder and don't know what you're needing. But you're going, it's just enough to confuse you. It's all basically what it is. And it sets right where you figured it would be. The 1660 Super sets right between the 1660 and the 1660 Ti. It's a little bit faster than the 1660, but it ain't quite as fast as the 1660 Ti. And the price, it's right on par. It sets right between the two as well. So why would they do this? It's the competition thing again. It comes up to the new Radeon cards that's coming out. You've only got, you only got 6 cards to choose from. Why not throw the 7th into the mix when you're looking for an entry-level gaming PC? And they're just trying to stay competitive with what Radeon's doing. I understand that. But it's also confusing. If you want to look at the benchmarks and whatnot, some of the other YouTubers out there have got these cards in hand. They've already ran the benchmarks. You can go look on their channels. I'm not lucky enough or big enough yet to be able to get one of these cards gave to me, and I ain't going to spend the money to order one when there's really no performance difference or much of a performance boost to them. So, yeah, if you guys are actually looking for benchmarks and actual breakdown these cards, you go check out some of their other channels, because they do have them in hand. They have ran the test on them, but you're looking at 5 to 10% better than the 1660, but you're looking at 5 to 10% less than the 1660 Ti. Some games that I've actually seen them guys playing on, it actually matches the 1660 Ti. So you do your investigation, and once the driver support and whatnot comes up for them, maybe they would be a good comparison to the 1660 Ti. But we're going to get into the new Navi course that's going to be coming out here soon, and a little bit more information that's came out on them. So we're going to be checking that out. Alright. Next on our hit list, talking about that, we'll go ahead and jump into the game clock speeds for the 5 new AMD Navi 14 GPUs. This is from Tom's Hardware, which I do trust as a source for my hardware research. you know. And they got the new specs for the 1500 or the 5000 series, I guess you'd say, with the game clock speeds of each GPU. You got the RX 5500 XT, you have the RX 5500, you have the RX 5300, you have the RX 5500M, and the RX 5300M. There's the clock speeds. You know, this was published 18 hours ago. I think it's a little bit more than that. Let's see, let's refresh it. 21 hours ago, this article was written on these. There's pretty new information about these. We don't know a whole lot about these cards yet. AMD's kind of setting pretty tight-lipped on the specs of these cards. But it looks like the RX 5500 XT is going to be running at 1770 megahertz. The RX 5500 is going to be running at 1670 megahertz. The RX 5300 is looking at about 1448 megahertz. The RX 5500M is running at 1448 megahertz, which is the same thing as the 5300. Not too sure on what the difference is going to be. I think the M is going to be the mobile ones for the laptops and whatnot. Then you got the 5300M, which is going to be running at 1181 megahertz. That's about all the specs we really have on them for this time. We don't have a release date on them. We don't know what kind of memory they're going to be running, what kind of memory bus they're going to be running at. But you know, that's the newest information we have on the new AMD Radeon cards that's coming out. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, if you guys, you know, and I have a feeling these are going to be like the 570s and the 560s and so on and so forth to the last generation. You know, they're going to be a little bit slower, but they're going to be better priced than the 5700 or the 5700 XT is. That's going to give us even more options in the graphics card space. Which options is good, as long as you can figure out which one's which, and which one's better than which. That's about the information we have on them for today. Next, we're going to be talking about the Intel 10th Gen. This comes from WCCF Tech. It's the Intel 10th Gen Comet Lake desktop CPU lineup leaked out. Now, I know some of these guys' articles is kind of iffy on what they leak out and why they leak it out and when they leak it out. But they do have a little bit of information here on the specs of these new processors coming out. Some of the improvements on this is still on the 14 nanometer plus whatever architecture. They still ain't a 10 nanometer process that Intel's been promising for a long time. It's up to 10 processor cores for enhanced performance. It's up to 30 PCH high-speed I/O lanes for flexibility. It's up to 40 PCI 3 lanes, 16 CPU, and up to 24 PCH. Media and display features for performed 4K content support. Got integrated discrete Intel wireless AC. Got Intel Wi-Fi 6 Gig Plus support. Got enhanced core and memory overclock. You got integrated USB 3.2 Gen 2 times 1 10 gigabit support. You have Intel Rapid Storage Technology, or RST. A programmable open FWSDK quad core audio DSP, and you have C10 and SO1X support for modern standby. But down here's what y'all really want to look at. It's the 10th Gen Core Comet Lake Desktop CPU family. You got the I9-9900K. Man, you gotta love these names they got. It's gonna come with 20 cores, 20 threads, Base clock, boost clocks to be determined. 20 megabits of cache. No price, no TDP yet on that one. The i9-10900, which is 10 cores, 20 threads. It's going to be boosting at 3.0. It's going to be turbo and up to 5.1 gigahertz, which kind of puts the 9900KS at kind of a disadvantage because it only goes up to 5 gigahertz on all threads. But if you wait just a little bit longer, you can get this one probably at a better price for 5.1 gigahertz. That's just my opinion. It's got 20 megabits of cache. TDP on that one is 65 watts. The i9-10900T is 10 core, 20 threads, 2 gigahertz out base, 4.5 gigahertz, 20 megabits of cache, 35 watts TDP. And on down the list here. Then you get down into the i7s instead of the i9s. It's the 10700K for 8 core, 16 threads. To be determined. Cache is only 16 megabits of cache instead of 20. Then you got the i7-1070, which is 8 core, 16 threads, 3 gigahertz base, 4.8 gigahertz boost, 16 megabits, 65 watt TDP. The i7-10700T, which is 8 core, 16 threads, 2 gigahertz, boost up to 4.4 gigahertz with 16 megabits of cache. We only running 35 watts. That's pretty impressive right there, 35 watts. That ain't too bad. And on down the list, you guys can pause it here if you like to or whatever. Come back and check it out. After the video is posted as a video instead of a live stream, I will have all the links to this stuff put down in the description, which I had on the original one. But because of technical difficulties, it all got erased. And then they got the new Xeon Comet Lake Disk. There's all the new Xeon processors. If you guys want to see the information on all of them coming out. Alright, and next we will, did I already go over these? I believe I did. I think I done went over all those. Alright guys, well, that's kind of the information that I got today. That took up about 19 minutes. Let's go ahead and jump into the comment section or the Q&A part of today's filming. Sorry about that. The top comment I've got here for today is Clipsid Needed. I guess the way you pronounce that, 17 hours ago. Thanks, man. I totally forgot about the software and it would not let me OC my voltage on the motherboard. So this really helped me out because I'm used to the Asus TIFF board with my 3700X. And that was on the how to overclock the Ryzen 5 2400G on the B450M DS3H motherboard. Well, you're welcome. There really ain't software. It's kind of built into the motherboard. It's the way you overclock on the motherboard, but you're more than welcome. I'm glad it helped you out. King Skies. Thanks, man. Definitely helped me out. I had a hard time figuring out how to update my BIOS. Then your video popped up when I Googled for help. I'm glad I could help you. I'm glad you got your BIOS updated the way you wanted to get it updated and as far as you needed to get it updated. Let's see here. No one 6 days ago. My motherboard is on version F10. I wanted to download to F20 as that is all I need. But do I have to get the latest BIOS version F43D? No, you don't have to update to the latest one. You can just update it to the one that you want to stop at. That's pretty well, you know, you don't have to do it all the way up to the newest one. You can do it to the one that you want to stop at. I'd recommend doing it all the way up to the newest one, but you don't have to because of the newer versions. You know, it helps with memory support. It has the ages video that would help with an APU if you're running an APU in it. But you wouldn't have to. You could just go up to the bias version that you're needing. You don't have to do it all the way to the very top. That would be completely up to you, and see what, see if that makes you happy or not. That's the only three comments I've really had in the last couple of days. Which that's alright. I don't mind. I'm a small channel, I appreciate all the comments and all the watches that I get. I want to thank you all for watching the videos, and thank you for joining me here in the live stream, which I don't know how many people's watching actually right now. Let's see, I got 2 watching now. I guess that ain't too bad with 3 thumbs up. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna cut this a little short today, guys. I'm just awful frustrated with the technical difficulties that I had, and it's really thrown me off my game for the day. I was hoping today's live stream would be more structured than it was last week. I was planning on doing some gameplay and just hanging out with y'all today. But that's kind of went out the window as well. Just my frustration is just way too high to deal with that stuff right now. If you like what you've seen here today, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't like what you've seen. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of thumbs down on this one, and I wouldn't blame y'all. Because this one's definitely off the cuff and definitely strange. And if you'd like to see how my live streams are going to improve over the next few weeks or so, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Appreciate if you check out some of my videos I've got up. They're a little bit better than what these live streams have been going for me. But with that being said, you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or the next live stream, whichever way the situation may be. You all have a good day.